It was the Holocaust was not special and all countries have done that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so you're saying, why is the Holocaust special?
Yeah, basically.
Oh. Okay, what do you mean, basically?
Well, yeah, I mean, because of course, we're getting into the details of it, but yeah, that's the gist.
Yeah, I mean, but you kind of deny it happened.
I denied some of the parts of it.
You deny parts of it don't seem realistic to you. You think they were embellished upon.
I think they're embellished, yeah.
The same way. This sounds, oh gosh.
Oh boy.
They're going to be in trouble. This sounds similar to the slavery stuff too, because that's literally the founder of, or the guy who made Roots said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do, is they embellish. And I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible. It was.
Right.
But they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people.
Yeah.
Today, I'm going to be addressing the Nick Fuentes situation. I know why you guys are here. Okay. So I want to first say I take full accountability for everything that happened. Everything that happens in life, as I say to the girls on my show, is my own fault. The fact that people are making these videos is my own fault. And the situation that I'm in is my own fault. Now, I'm going to give you guys an explanation and give you guys context for some of the conversations that were had. Just know it's not an excuse. It's my own fault. I take full accountability for everything that happened. Okay. So, but I'm going to answer questions that people have brought my way. So the first thing is, why did you have Nick on? So, the reasoning behind having Nick Fuentes on was because I heard that he was on the no-fly list and he lost his bank account. Now, from your point of view, you would think, why would you invite someone on that's on the no-fly list, right? That would be a bad, well, he's not anymore. That's how he flew, but he was. So I was more just curious why this man was banned on everything. Now, I've seen a lot of videos that say I play dumb or I'm playing dumb. And I'll tell you what I knew and what I didn't know. So I did know that he was a known racist. I did know he was a known sexist. I did know that basically every bad name in the book from the right and the left, everyone hated him. So the reason I had him on was because, guys, people say that stuff about me. They say I'm sexist. They say I'm a misogynist. And, I really just like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So again, racism has no place in society, and I do take accountability for bringing him on. Hindsight's always 20/20.
So guys, if you've been living under the rock, that was just Pearly things attempting to apologize for having an interview with Nick Fuentes, a renowned white supremacist, racist, who has issues with, white women or white men getting married or being in relationships with black people, and he says he doesn't like the fact that other races are taking over America, and he hates the fact that in a few years to come that the white race is going to be the majority in America. So Just Pearly Things did an interview with him, and she was trying to apologize for doing an interview with a racist, right? But now she went on to do an interview with other two white men, and who seem to have exposed how she really feels. Forget what you just saw in the apology. The interview she just did, these guys really exposed who she really is, how she really feels. But you know what? I want you guys to judge for yourself, so I'm going to play a clip. Let's watch.
You do have controversial guests, as we do, and there's nothing wrong with talking to people who are controversial, but Nick Fuentes is a very different kettle of fish, as we say here, right?
Yeah, my opinion is that he was polite overall. He was a good guest.
He was also denying the Holocaust, from what I remember.
Look, I'm not with that. Keep me out of that one. I'm not with the race. Like, that's not my thing. But I just think people are allowed to have their opinions. So if he has crazy opinions, let him have his opinions. And I think he should be allowed to talk about it on a podcast.
But isn't it also the duty, Pearl, of the person interviewing them to push back on those opinions when they come up and actually challenge them and investigate them and to basically push back on it?
Yeah, I mean, we could do another show where we push back more. It's not the end all be all.
But surely isn't that the risk?
I wanted to do like one with Dr. Umar, but he didn't want to come. sad.
Who's Dr. I don't know who that is.
Dr. Umar has like the same opinions as Nick. Like he doesn't believe in race mixing too. He's just black.
Yeah.
That's like a common, yeah.
Yeah, there are some people who believe that, sure.
Yeah.
But you know, when you were talking about the Holocaust with him, he was saying it's like slavery, it got embellished, and you were sort of going, I can see your point. And that's what I found a bit confusing, because then in your apology, you said, well, I wasn't really educated on these things.
Have you guys have just watched that interview by the Trigger Pod with Just Pearly? I believe they really exposed how she really feels. Forget what you just watched in the first clip of the apology, her trying to apologize for bringing Nick Fuentes on. But these guys really pinned her to the wall. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that they were like, hey, listen, it's okay, you can bring someone with a different opinion on your podcast, but unless you push back on some of the beliefs and opinions they have, that means if you don't push back, you do have the same beliefs pretty much. And that's what she did. She even tried to spin off and be like, oh, we can do another interview and I'll push back. But no, you had the opportunity to bring on a renowned racist, white supremacist. You gave him an opportunity to speak his mind. If you didn't believe and didn't feel the way he feels, you should have pushed back. But you know what Just Pearly things went on to do? She went on to say how slavery wasn't that bad. How slavery had some good parts in it. Like, before she even, like, you guys watched the first clip that I played. Before she even said that slavery wasn't that bad, she clearly said how she was gonna get hit for saying those exact things, and she went on to say those things. So these guys really did a good job of pinning her to the wall. And then she tried to spin it, talking about, oh, she wanted to invite Dr. Umar Johnson. Like, come on, that has nothing to do with you giving. In fact, if she brought in Nick Fuentes and Dr. Umar, that would have been a different story. But you brought in Nick Fuentes, a renowned white supremacist, and you were agreeing with everything he said. You didn't even push back. You even went on to add your own remarks about slavery. All right. And then another issue was when Nick Fuentes tried to talk about the Holocaust. You know what she did? That's when she got the opportunity. She felt it was right to compare the Holocaust with slavery and talk about how slavery wasn't that bad. And then when these guys are asking her about the Holocaust issues, she quickly ran away from those, talking about, oh, don't put me in those. You know why? Because she knows she can't disrespect Jewish people the way she did respect black people. All right. So that means the whole, I'm sorry I brought him on, I take full accountability. This interview just showed us that Just Pearly thinks isn't sorry. That's number one. Number two, she knows exactly what she was doing. Number three, she doesn't care. And number four, she definitely respects Jews more than she respects black people. And especially the fact that she claimed and was bragging how she has Africans working for her. All right, so for you to brag and then make those comments about people of a certain race, especially those who work for you, is kind of crazy to me. And then to make a fake apology and then come out in this interview and kind of show exactly how you feel is crazy, right? But you guys let me know what you think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this interview went well for her. Maybe she did give good answers. But for me, this interview, these two guys did a very good job. Like, they dissected every issue one by one. Now, there are obviously other parts that didn't play, so you would have to go to the Trigger Pod and, to their YouTube channel and watch the whole show of how they interviewed her. But you guys let me know what you think. Do you guys think, number one, should everyone have an opinion to say what they want? That means we shouldn't cancel anyone. But also number two, if someone has an opinion, should we challenge them, or should we just let them say whatever they feel? All right. Then number three, comparing this interview of Just Pearly things, what she just said, right, in this interview, and her apology and the slavery comments she made. Do you guys think she made she was real about her apology, or do you guys think it was all fake? Comment down below what you guys think. I'll be coming out with new videos. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace.